Okay. What up, y'all? This 187 New Breed. Hollering at y'all again with my man Paul Pacino. Topic is gonna be, is dating overrated? Well, what's your thoughts on the dating scene that's going on in America, Paul, man? What you think about that? You think it's overrated?
Yes, it is. Beyond overrated.
Yes. 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 Why you say that, man?
I mean, to me, the days are just, getting to know a person, taking them out. I mean, to me, there's nothing wrong with taking a woman out. My whole thing is, women expect you to be like these rappers, ball players, making six figures, driving a nice whip, giving them the red carpet type of dating.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, even if a guy do all that shit, do those nice loving things that we was taught by moms to do,
mm-hmm.
that's still not going to get her to, be a woman.
Right. Right.
Unless we have to pay for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and either way, you're going to have to pay for it, because nowadays, women aren't serious in the dating scene like they used to be. It's always they want you to spend a certain amount of money on a date, or they don't want to go out with you, or you come up with a place that you want to go, then they not feeling it, and then they try to figure out some excuse why they don't want to go. And and that's a hassle sometimes, and women do that all the time. So it's real big. And when you go to a certain place, it's like if you spend, let's say if you spend like maybe $20 or something like that, a female will think you cheap. Like, where are we gonna go for $20? Like, do $20 mean? Am I worth $20? Do I look like somebody that's worth $20? And then you come out like, it doesn't, if you really care about me, then it doesn't really matter how much I spend on you if you really like me like that. So that's how it should be. But it's so much into this dating thing, because women don't take it seriously really like we do. Just because we spend a certain amount of money, or we don't spend as much as they think that we are, that doesn't mean that we don't take it seriously. It just means that, okay, I'm trying to get to know you, you know what I'm saying, and you trying to get to know me, even though this is a free meal for you. You don't have to worry about paying, but you're worried about how much I spend, where are we gonna go, and it just comes to a point where women just don't really take a man seriously anymore. You have to spend, it seems like you have to spend $50, $100 just to be on a date, and you don't even know her like that, and it's basically coming off like tricking. Dating almost seems like when you go on a date, it almost seems like you going out with a prostitute, basically. They ain't paying nothing. You gotta pay them to have a good time, even though they might not. They'll play this role and thinking that they really like you, when that's the only time you gonna be with them is that first date. And that's a lot of times why guys don't really take it seriously now, because they don't want to feel like they want to get played. So that's one of the reasons I think that dating is overrated, because we starting to really feel that and we notice why these women don't take this dating scene seriously, and they just do it just to spend money and just go about their business and go to the next dude. But again, they don't like nice dudes. They like these assholes, like we talked about before. So that's how I see it. So again, it is what it is, man. You know? That's just how I see the shit.
I mean, women today, man, they just so fucking selfish.
Mm.
I mean, come on. You can't expect a man to spend so much money on you on the first date.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's funny. Yo, let me say what I'm about to say.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's funny how if we want some sex, they get offended and they quick to, look at us like, what makes you think I'm going to take off my panties and jump on your dick?
Right.
I don't want to be like that. You a stranger. But when it comes to us pulling out our credit card and paying for movie tickets,
Mm-hmm.
paying for, movie food, and these bitches is not even going to eat the damn food.
Right. And if they do eat, they don't even eat like half of the food too.
Yo, I used to work at a movie theater, Steve,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll be by the register. Dudes be buying, dudes be ordering mad movie food.
Mm-hmm.
And when I tell them how much they have to pay, they be giving me nasty looks like, damn, yo, I mean, why it cost that much? I'm like, listen, you want to be a boss so much, you want to be a baller, you want to be that trick. You either pay it or get away from my register.
Right. Right.
And by the time the movie's over, you still get the candy, the nachos, and the popcorn.
Mm-hmm.
The drinks may be finished, but the food's still there. And then 9% of the time, they want you to take them to, a Red Lobster, BBQs, or some type of restaurant. And come on now, if you're a guy that just said, all right, the average, one movie ticket, I think it's like $20 and some change now.
Damn.
So if you got paid for a female, that's like $42, $43.
Mm-hmm. Like in the store over here, it's not like a Star Theater. The theaters here, it's like, I think it's like $8.50, $9 a ticket. On top of you got to get food and stuff, so you're gonna wind up paying about $40, $50 right there.
You mean for the food out there?
For like, I'm just saying like for the food, cause certain foods they cost a lot. Like candy, like a regular box of candy, you'll find at Target for like $1.
Man, listen. If I have to pay, okay, see, I'm not paying for movie tickets, movie food, and then you want me to take you out to a restaurant?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we already know restaurant food going to run you up like $50 and some change.
Right.
And the thing that kills me is self-interest. They told in your face, if you want to get her attention, you want to like you got to, treat her like a lady. I'm like, okay. Even if you do all those things, she's not going to like you for you.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to like you because you giving her a good time out of your penny.
Right. And she know that too.
Then what happens if, God forbid, you lose your job because of hard times? You think she's going to stick around?
Nope.
How many more minutes do you have, Steve?
How many what?
How many minutes are you going to be having? Right?
It's like, right now it's like 9:23, 9:24.
Okay, alright. Alright, so let me just say this and then you can, finish off. Alright. The thing with overrated dating, really, it doesn't take that much to get to know a person. It really doesn't. I mean, women got to stop expecting us guys to spend a lot on the first date. I'm not doing it. I don't know you like that.
Mm-hmm.
We strangers. Because even if I do spend all that money, what's to say we're going to go out the next time? And if we do go out the next time, why still got to come out my pocket? Why you can't? Okay. How about both me and the lady come out our pocket? Why is that a problem? Because since women say they're independent, they should be able to pay for their own. Why you need a man to pay for you?
That's
you need a man to pay for you, then you're not independent.
That's crap. Because these women ain't independent. They just want to go through these independent ways, but yet they want to have an old-fashioned and a new-fashioned ways in the dating. They got their own money, but then they don't want to spend the money. So yeah, I do believe that it should be 50-50, or at least if you go out with her the first date, and she should pay for the second date. But nowadays you got to be cautious because you lucky to get a second date from these chicks at all. As many games that they play, but you know what I'm saying. And plus also with dating, a brother ain't got all that to be spending, being that he has all. If you got bills and all this other stuff you got to pay on house and all that. And I know women gonna say, okay, we got to do the same thing too, but you ain't got to pay for no dates like we do. So it comes to that point where a man has to value his money, and to make sure that if he's spending money on the date, he has to make sure it's with the right chick and he can trust her.
Exactly. And also make sure she's coming out of her pocket to help out. Just don't spend money on her because she got a nice ass, nice dress, a pretty face, and that Coca-Cola, you know what I'm saying, shape.
Right. Right, and make sure she don't bring nobody with her too.
Oh yeah, yo, oh my goodness, that happened to me when I was 18, man. I took this one chick out. She had like 3 of her friends. You know, I was so hyped of, you know, going out with her. I didn't catch the game that she was, you know what I'm saying, trying to pull when she did. I paid for all her friends, going down to eat BBQs, and I paid for all her friends to move there, and they ended up leaving me hanging.
Hell no. That's fucked up, man. That's fucked up, but that's how women are. That is exactly how women are, man. They do that type of stuff. But, hey, you just gotta watch out. Just watch out for these chicks. Make sure you know who you going out with on these first dates. And pick a nice place. If you go somewhere, you ain't got to have a fancy dinner. You can go to certain places. You can play pool. You can go to the park. You can do all these things if she really like you like that. Now, if she has a problem with the place that you go, then that's the type of chick you really don't want to mess with anyway.
Exactly. You need to kick her ass to the curb and tell her to go fuck herself.
Exactly. So,
which most guys will not do because they're afraid, you know, if I do that, I'm going to miss out on a good woman. If she was a good woman, she would, you know what I'm saying, she wouldn't mind being in the park, walking around, getting to know you. I mean, really, you want to get to know her. You want to see if you and her could click. It's just like when you go to a job interview. They want to know if you're going to be the right man or woman for the job.
Right.
I mean, for whatever position that they hiring for.
Absolutely.
They're not just going to hire any old body.
Absolutely.
And that's how men should do the same with women. Come on now. Women is not going to get in bed with any guy if they not feeling them. And that's the thing that guys got treat women like, listen, I'm not putting $50, $100, you know what I'm saying, on my credit card, and you know what I'm saying, you haven't paid a bill, you haven't paid any rent, you haven't bought any food in, you know what I'm saying, to the household. Now, if you was doing your part, I have no problem doing mine, but don't expect me to be doing everything, and you know what I'm saying, you're just gonna be looking cute.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, on that, as a last thought, just be smart. Spend your money wisely on these dates. Don't spend more than $20, I would say. If you're gonna go a little bit.
No. Fuck that. No. This is how. You know what I'm saying, men. You know what I'm saying, should do the dating thing. Take chicks out to places where you don't gotta spend money. Period. Come on now.
Mm-hmm.
You have museums. Museums is always having special events where you don't gotta spend any money. I mean, there's so many places to take a chick where you don't gotta spend money. Just do your research on your laptop or your phone. Find out what spot, you know what I'm saying, doesn't cost any money. And, you know, if she's with it, fine. She's not. Like Nas told Khalif, bye-bye, baby.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Spending money, man. Come on now. We are in a... To me, this economy is still on life support. And with Romney trying to steal the election, come on, it's not the time to be acting like you, Rick Ross, a boss.
Yeah, and if you're trying to get your own little thing together, pay off your bills or try to start your own business or whatever you're trying to do, you gotta try to save as much money you can, and you gotta try to save it. You gotta save it and spend it. I mean, you spend little, save a lot.
I mean, come on. God's gotta cut this shit out, man. Stop going out your way, making it rain on bitches. Like, cut that shit out, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta look at a woman like the stock market would. You just gonna give your money to any stock? No, you gonna put your money in a certain stock that you know is gonna make you more money.
Mm-hmm.
That's like when you that's like going to Vegas. You hoping that if you play the crap game or the card game or whatever game you're playing, that you win money. But we all know that when you go to Vegas, the odds of that happening is 1,000,000,000 to 1.
Right.
So you gotta look at women like, okay, the odds of her getting with me. I mean, I'm not trying to put myself down, but I don't want to be thirsty. I want to think, you know what I'm saying, because she got some breasts in the ass and the vagina, you know what I'm saying, she's on top of me. You know what I'm saying? She's more, you know, holier than thou.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, run to the wise, fellas. Stop playing these chicks, because really, they nothing but H-O-E. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
What to say about that?
A prostitute on a date, basically.
Yeah.
So on that note, make sure you smart. Make sure, like my man say, if you gonna go out with somebody, make sure it's free. Or if you do spend money, make sure you don't spend very much on a date. You know, so, and make sure the girl brings something to the table on top of that as well.
Yeah, thank you, man. Come on, no. You gotta be specific. So when you say bring something to the table, she's gonna be like, well, if you spend money on me, you taking care of me, and give me, and you know what I'm saying, and filling my needs, I'll give you this pussy. No. All you need, fellas, all you need is some porn, and you good. Get you some Pinky, JFire, Cherokee, Jasmine Cashmere, some Brazilian Puerto Rican, and you get butter from that.
Wow.
Make these women come out their pocket.
Wow.
You can't call yourself a pimp or a Mac and you just having sex with a female and you think because, you know what I'm saying, you knock those boots, you know what I'm saying, you Tariq Nasheed or you GK, Bum B or Pimp C. Or
the Mad Voodoo Man. The Ice Man. You know what I'm saying? But hey, on that note, we're going to holler at y'all in a minute, man. Peace out.
Hold on. We're going to go to the next topic.
Right.